The sun is a hammer. It beats the savannah flat, cracking the earth into a mosaic of dust. For weeks, the only water has been a shrinking, foul-minous smelling pit of mud where the clan gathers. Their movements slow, their calls muted by a shared lethargy. This is life million years ago. A relentless cycle of hunger, hate, and fear. But one male, an Australopithecus afarensis, separates from the huddled group. Memory, a ghost of an instinct, pulls him away. He remembers a different place, a cleft in a rock formation, seen seasons ago after a great rain. A foolish hope, perhaps. But the mud-minus spit offers only a slow, certain end. His journey is a calculated risk. The world is full of eyes. Every shadow could hold a Dinophalis. But the male moves with a purpose that is almost new to his kind. A flicker of foresight that sets him apart. His gait is a testament to his lineage, the long struggle of human ancestors to stand upright. His head tilts, a heavy skull balanced atop a spine that enters through the foramen magnum. A design perfected for a creature caught between the dwindling trees and the endless grass. He is a walking question, and the answer is survival, today. He finds it, tucked into an overhang of ancient stone, shielded from the wind, is a pool. It is not large, but it is clear, and miraculously, still, no other animals are here. The silence itself is a warning. He approaches with caution, his senses straining. He smells only rock, mortar, and his own dusty scent. He kneels. Thirst is a physical pain, a fire in his throat. He lowers his head, his eyes fixed on the cool, liquid promise. And then he freezes. Something is there, in the water. It is a face, looking up. The eyes are dark, wide with a familiar alarm. The brow is heavy, the jaw prominent. It is a creature of his own kind, but one he has never seen. A stranger. Here, in his water. A low growl rumbles in his chest, and the face in the water snarls back, its lips peeling back from yellow teeth in a perfect, silent mimicry. He flinches, scrambling back a few feet, his heart a frantic drum against his ribs. The face vanishes, replaced by ripples. Cautiously, driven again by the torment of his thirst, he creeps forward. The water stills. The face returns. This time, he does not growl. He watches. He raises a hand to his brow, a gesture of confusion, and the other does the same. He touches the coarse hair on his own cheek, and the creature in the water touches its face in the exact same spot. A terrifying, impossible connection flashes in his mind. The feeling of his own fingers on his own skin is simultaneous with the sight of the other's touch. It is not another. It cannot be. The logic is so simple, yet so profoundly alien. It shatters his world. That face is his. He returns to the clan. But he is no longer truly with them. The water is gone from his throat, but the face remains, burned into his mind. During the communal grooming, his hands are clumsy, his attention elsewhere. When the alpha male asserts dominance with a chest-minus thump and a guttural cry, he barely registers the display. The intricate social cues that govern their every interaction have become a distant noise. The clan senses this shift. They eye him with suspicion. He is a dissonant note in the fragile harmony of their survival. This is the brutal calculus of prehistoric life. Any individual whose focus strays from the immediate realities of food, predators, and procreation becomes a threat to all. He is drawn back to the rock pool again and again. It becomes a private, terrifying ritual. He no longer snarls. He sits at the edge for long stretches, watching the face. He lends its contours. He opens his mouth, and it opens its mouth. He grimaces, and it grimaces back. This is not communication. It is an experiment in a laboratory that has never before existed. Himself, he is a ghost haunting his own body, and his clan has no language, no concept for what they are witnessing. They see only madness. The breaking point comes during a hunt for roots and tubers. The small band moves across the plains. Their unique, striding bipedalist, an efficient engine for covering ground. The air is thick with the scent of dust and distant megafauna. The others are alert, their heads constantly scanning the horizon, their ears tuned to the snap of a twig, the alarm call of a bird, but his gaze is inward. He sees the face in the shimmering heat haze. He feels the phantom coolness of the water on his skin. He lags behind, absently digging at the hard soil with a sharpened stick. A piece of primitive technology he wields without thought. A low growl slices through the air. From the tall, yellow grass, a Megantereon, a saber-minus-tooth cat, explodes into view. Panic detonates within the clan. They scatter, their unity shattering into individual streams of terror. It is the ancient dance of predator and prey, but he is slow to react. His mind, trapped between two worlds, takes a fatal second to process the threat. The cat locks onto him, the easiest target. It lurches. In that sliver of time, something new happens. Primal fear screams run. But the nascent awareness of I, this fragile self he has just discovered, refuses to be extinguished. It is not a fool. It is not a plan. It is a violent, neurological spasm against non-minus existence. Instead of bolting, he stumbles sideways, falling, twisting his body in a way no prey animal should. The cat, anticipating a forward flight, misjudges its pounce. Its claws rake his shoulder, drawing blood, but the killing bite finds only air. It lands awkwardly, momentarily off Midas balance. That is all the time he needs. He scrambles on all fours into a thicket of thorns that tear at his flesh, but offer a momentary shield. The cat snarls in frustration, its path blocked, and seeing its other prey escaping, it vanishes back into the grass. He is left alone, bleeding, the sharp pain in his shoulder a grounding, horrific reality that is, for the first time, entirely his own. He limps back to the waterhole. The pain from his shoulder is a hot, sharp anger, pulling his awareness into the vessel of his body. The clan has abandoned him. A wounded member is a law for predators, a mouth that consumes without contributing. He is utterly alone, a state that for his kind has always meant death. Yet, something has changed. The terror of isolation is now shadowed by a strange, new sensation. A sharp, clear focus on the single entity that is him. This is a pivotal moment in the long, slow story of human evolution. He kneels at the water's edge, not with thirst, but with a grim purpose. The face looks up. It is his face. This time, there is no doubt, no fear. He sees the pain in its dark eyes, the grime on its cheek, the deep, red gash on its shoulder, still oozing blood. He touches his own wound. A jolt of agony makes him hiss, and the face in the water grimaces in perfect synchrony. The connection is sealed. The self he feels and the image he sees are one. This is the cognitively, the moment the universe, for the first time, knowingly observes itself through a pair of hominid eyes. His gaze falls upon a long, white object lying near the rocks, the femur of a wild beast, picked clean by vultures. He picks it up. It has weight, a satisfying heft, an osteodontokeratic tool, born of necessity. In his hand, it feels like an extension of his arm. His will, he looks back at the water. He sees himself holding the bone. He raises it, and the reflection raises its bone. He swings it, tentatively at first, then with more force, carving an arc through the air. He watches the form in the water, correcting his posture, learning the physics of the swing, the way his body must turn to deliver the most power. He is teaching himself, using the silent other as his guide. He is no longer just an animal reacting to the world. He is an agent observing his own potential within it, a concept fundamental to the study of early humans. When he finally rejoins the clan, days later, he is different. The wound has begun to heal, but the change is deeper. He carries the heavy bone. They watch him, their suspicion warring with a new, grudging respect. The moment of truth arrives as a pair of hyenas, bold in the fading light, attempt to drag away a small antelope carcass. The clan shrieks and throws stones. An ineffective, chaotic defense. But he steps forward. He does not scream. He plants his feet, grips the femur in both hands, and swings it just as he had practiced over the still water. The bone whistles through the air, connecting with the laid hyena's flank with a sickening crack. The animal yelps, scrambling back with its pack, vanishing into the twilight. A hush falls over the clan. They look at him, at the bone in his hands, at the new and terrible certainty in his eyes. He is still one of them, but he is also now the first of them. He has seen the face in the water, and in its depths, he has discovered a future. That silent meeting at the water's edge was not a singular event. It was the first drop of a rain that would fall again and again across the millennia, on every continent where our ancestors wandered, in the still surface of every lake, every river,
At last,
every puddle.
they collapse
The
on
same
grassy
ghost waited
bank.
to be born. This was the dawn of the individual, the terrifying, unmagnificent discovery that the universe was split into, the world, and the self who perceives it. This fundamental schism is the source of all our art, our gods, our questions. The entire field of anthropology is, in essence, an attempt to understand the journey that began at that pool of water. Every shard of pottery, every cave painting, every tool unearthed by the painstaking work of archaeology is an echo of that first, shocked recognition. We are the children of that creature, who looked into the abyss of his own reflection and did not flee. He created the first question, who am I, and we have been trying to answer it ever since. That reflection has followed us through time, a constant companion and an eternal stranger. What did we truly gain in the moment we found ourselves? And what, in the silent depths, was left behind?